I fixed it, and I'll just won't put up what I fucking filmed before. Oh, southern again. Hello. I did the swearies. Let me put the window up. All right, so I'm in my new car. Yes, my new car. So I had. That's so loud. It's so annoying. That's where the noise is coming from. Righto. We've got a little air leak. This is probably the only thing that's wrong with the car. Is there's an air leak in the window, and it's friggin' annoying. I don't think I've got anything I can shove in there either. Actually, yes I do. Yes I do. Can I get it out without driving off the road? Will that fit in there? I don't know if that will fit in there. That's better. Alright, yes, so in my new car I now have a Renault Capture. I'm fancy now. You should all bow down, I'm fancy. No, 2 months after I got the Swift, I don't know if I mentioned that in the video at any point. I don't think I have, because it's been, I think I may have had the Swift when I spoke last. Yeah, 2 months after I got the Swift, it died on Easter weekend. Was just driving back from the shopping centre. Oh, that's so noisy. Driving back from the shopping centre, and if that will help. No, that didn't help at all. And got to the roundabout and went down into first, and went to go, and it just stalled, and I thought, oh, this is fucking shit. And it just started the car, and it wouldn't start. So I took it out of gear, and it sort of made a bit of a clunk, not like a big clunk, just a clunk noise. And I probably should slow down a little bit, seeing as we are currently in an 80k zone, and I am not doing it 80k's. And yeah, so I took it out of gear and it just started fine. And then I went to put my foot on the clutch, and there was nothing. Like literally nothing, just sunk to the floor. There was nothing. There was no gears, nothing. And I'm like, this, and it was Easter Friday, no, Easter Saturday. It was, yeah, it was Easter Saturday. And on the busiest road in Grafton. Yeah, so, and I was on the inside lane, not the outside lane, so I'm freaking out, thinking I don't know what to do. So I freaked out and I started to cry because, I don't know, I was stressed. And yeah, someone pulled up behind me and beeping at me, so I put my hazards on and sort of had another person pull up behind me and beep at me again. I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then someone pulled up beside me, said, "Are you right?" And I said, "No." I said, "I can't, the car won't, I've got no gears." And she said, "All right." She said, "I'll come and help you push it off." And I went, "Righto." So she went and she yelled at someone at the servo, because there's a servo across the road. And they come and help push me off the road and got a tow truck. Anyway, so it was a whole thing. I'll make the long story a little bit shorter and just say I got it towed home. Mechanic lived next door, said it was going to cost about 2k to fix. So I said I'm not spending $2,000 on a $2,000 car because I didn't think it was worth it. So so Bree and Kurt both said you can probably sell it as broken. They said just give it a go. So I listed it on Facebook for $1,200 and that it was broken. And within 15 minutes, I had 2 people contact me. Neither one of them were scammers, surprisingly enough. One dude tried to talk me down to $800, and I told him to bugger off. And the other one said, "I'll give you $100. I said, "You can have it. Fine, no worries." So he came round, gave me a deposit it like within half an hour, and then he was back the next morning, picked it up, and it was gone. So, and then we saw it driving around about 3 weeks later, because he said he knows how to do all that sort of stuff, so he's just going to do it himself for his missus to drive around town. So that was a lovely story. But then I had to borrow a car off Bree, which I did make a video in, but the engine was so loud, I think you would have killed me if I had uploaded it. But I was very stressed that day, so you probably didn't want to watch that video anyway. So yeah, so I borrowed a car off Bree and had it for about a month, and just trying to find a Swiftie, because I wanted another Swift. But yeah, no, she just kept poo-pooing all the ones that I suggested, and then we couldn't find ones that were close enough, because the deal was I had to get one with cruise control this time, because, you know, if the house sells, was what I was thinking at the time, then I'm going to want to be driving up to bloody Charleville, and I'm not going to drive 9 hours without cruise control. So that was it. I said, I don't care what it looks like. I don't really care about how many kilometres it's got on it, just as long as it's got cruise control. So yeah, so we never found it. And then this thing popped up on my feed. I don't even know why. And it was 3,300, because we were looking at $3,000, because that's basically what I had. And yeah, this thing popped up, and I said to Bruce, let's go have a look at that. She said, are you sure? I went, yeah, sure, why not? I said, it looks pretty fucking nifty. I said, it'd be nice to have a nice car. So we went and had a look at it, and I said, yeah, I'm having it. Just, yeah, like, it's European, because it's Renault, so the blinkers are on this side, which is, you know, I did turn the windscreen wipers on a few times, but now I'm used to it. But honestly, if you've never driven a European car, this is for all my Aussie friends, if you've never driven a European car, you have no idea how much the blinkers on the left hand side of the steering wheel fucks with your head. Like, not only do you have to remember that they're on that side, but you have to friggin' remember whether to switch them up or down to go left or right. Like, it messes with your head. But I'm used to it now, but seriously. But no, this is such a great car. The reason she was selling it so cheap is the stereo in it, which like holds all the sat nav and GPS and the reverse camera and everything. It was hard locked. They had the battery replaced or something, and I was like, oh, I can fix that, no worries. So it turns out, if it had only just been locked, I found the code and everything, so I would have been able to unlock it. But because it was hard locked, I would have actually had to take it to a Renault dealer, and that was going to cost me a lot of money. So instead, I got a $250 one, like specifically for this car, from AliExpress, afterpaid it, installed it myself, and now everything works. So this car is now worth more than what I paid for it, because I spent $250 on it. So I am stoked. But yeah, so that's not the big news. The big news is that we just signed a contract on the house. So yeah, so that's we only put it up for sale 2 weeks ago. We've got 2 open houses. The first open house, lady came, she loved it. She was going to make an offer. Took her a couple of days. She made an offer. She offered us, we had it listed for $790, which I thought was too much. Now, the real estate suggested that we could have sold it for between $750 and $780. I assumed we'd sell it for the lower end of that. Yeah, so this lady came back with an offer of $245. agree. I said I would have just taken it, but she said no. She said we want to go back to them with 780. I said that's a bit ridiculous. She said all right, so tell them we'll do 765. So I got back to the real estate and said yep, go back to them with 765, see what they say. Next minute, the real estate, it's not the next minute, it's the next day, the real estate's ringing me, oh yeah, they've agreed to 755. And I went, what? And he goes, yeah, no, your sister said that if you could get 755, she'd take it. I said, well, that's not what she told me, but righto, fine, let's just go for it. And he said, you're happy? I'm, yeah, all right, fine, whatever. So yeah, so we accepted their offer of 755. We decided that was on the Tuesday or Wednesday maybe. So we decided to have the next open house because it was only a couple of days anyway, and it was only the second one, even though it was under offer. So we had 2 people turn up. A dude had looked at the house on the Wednesday. He came back and looked at it on the Saturday. And he said he was pretty keen. And there was another lady who's really keen, but she had to talk to her husband about it. And she said if she was going to make an offer, she would come back after the long weekend and make an offer. That was yesterday. She didn't make an offer yesterday. And then Karen, the conveyancer, rang yesterday and said, I have the contracts here to sign, what do you want to do? And we said we'll just sign the contracts and we'll go with the 755 offer. So that's what I've just done. I've just signed the contracts. So yeah, nay. Unless the building inspector is going this afternoon. We'll see what happens there. I'm thinking about what I'm saying because I'm trying not to say so much because I rewatched a video this morning to see what I told you the last time I did a vlog, and I noticed how many times I say so. Like I start sentences with so and I finish them with so. We have this dickhead driving in the right hand lane and I'm going to have to undertake him, and I know that there's coppers sitting at the exit of the rest area up here because I saw them when I went past going the other direction. Although I'm also now approaching traffic, so I don't know what this dickhead's doing. Ugh. You can't sit in a right hand lane. When you're doing over 80 Ks, it's illegal to sit in the right hand lane. I don't know if people actually know this or not, but it is illegal to do so over 80 Ks, and we are currently in 110 zone, so we're doing a little more than 80 Ks. But yeah, so barring coppers are gone, barring anything bad in the builder's report, which honestly I don't think there will be. I think Dad did have a leak in the ceiling for a while there, so there might, I don't know, there might be a little bit of damage in there. Like all the plasterboard looks fine from this side, so I don't know if there's any damage on the other side or not. Don't know. But we've explicitly said in the contract that if there is any building damage, we will not negotiate on price, and we will not be liable for any damages. We're basically selling the house as is. She was already told that before she made an offer, so she knows the deal. Oh look, they've moved out of the right hand lane. Go them. Karen, the conveyancer, has put in the contract, or she's going to speak to their solicitor or real estate or whomever it is, solicitor I think, and suggests that we would like to know what is, like, everything's to be done by end of business on Friday, which also happens to be Friday the 13th. But it also happens to be my sister's birthday, and she did say we were going to sell the house before her birthday. So, and we made a bet, so I have to take her out for lunch, yay. But I don't mind that I lost this bet. I'm happy to have lost this bet. So, fingers crossed, the next journey begins, which is going to be a big one, because buying a house is a big friggin' deal. A big deal, I guess, for me, considering I have never bought one before. I don't know what they're moving. I've just gone past like 7 oversized friggin' trucks, all with like demountable buildings on them. They look like it's old school or something. I wonder what they are. Who knows? But yes, I've got a list of 5 or 4 now houses that I want in Charleville. You are wondering why I'm saying Charleville, are you not? You're probably not, because I'm going to guess most of you don't know where it is. It's in central Queensland, which is a long way from here. It's about 9 hours away in another state. I'm just going to go back in my lane. Speaking of not camping in the right lane, I shall not do that. Yeah, so with $200,000, there are not a lot of places you can buy a property, a house specifically, in Australia. There are some places, like if I wanted to move to Broken Hill, which is down and very, very inland from where I am, which means it's to be freezing friggin' cold. If I wanted to move to Broken Hill, I could get a house really cheap, but they're shit and need a lot of work. I could also move up to Lightning Ridge, which is way up and way in, which I also do not want to do. I'm worried enough about Charleville, thank you very much, because I don't like the heat, but I also don't like the cold. Which is kind of funny, because at the moment it's colder in Charlie than it is here. So yeah, it's got down to 8 last night. In Charlie it was 0, so a little bit colder, but we don't have fireplace. A lot of places in Grafton don't have fireplaces. Like, it, you know, it doesn't get, I mean, it gets cold here, but it doesn't stay cold for very long. And it certainly doesn't get down to 0. Although I think it got down to 3 last winter. But generally speaking, it's, you know, it's not that cold. But yeah, so Charlie seems to be, I mean, it's a big enough town that there will be things that I will need specifically, like a post office and things like that. And also, because Curtis lives with me, and I think I talked about his bail and stuff before, he has to go and report to the police station every day. So I have to live in a town that has a police station for a start. And there's a lot of little places that do have cheaper stuff up there, but they don't have a police station or a post office or, you know, a grocery store or anything like that. So because Curtis is not allowed to leave the house, he can't do his grocery shopping. So either I have to do it for him, or he does what he does now, which is he gets his shopping from Coles and he gets delivered. So if we live in somewhere that's big enough, hopefully there will be grocery deliveries. If not, well, too bad. Like I have said to other people before, I can't let his punishments dictate my future. I didn't commit a crime, and I'm not going to upend my entire life, like the entirety of it, just because of Curtis. Which, I don't know if that sounds selfish or not, but like as it is, I have to leave the house every single day and take him to the police station, and I don't like that. You guys know what I'm like. I like to stay at home. Oh God, go the juicy man. 2 rows of flogging it down the highway. As I was saying to my sister before, I mean, there's times when I won't leave the house for 2 weeks because I hate leaving the house. I hate it. and now I have to leave every single day, and he doesn't seem very grateful. And it gives me the shits. But yeah, so I'm taking him into account as much as I can. There's been a few 2-bedroom places that have come up that were nice, but we can't do a 2-bedroom because him and I take 2 bedrooms. Then what do I do with all my shit? But anyway, so there's 4 places in Charlie that will work. The first one is a little bit more than what I'll get. Oh, I didn't even talk about that. So yeah, $755. We figure once we pay the conveyancing, the real estate, all the bits and bobs, and the reverse mortgage that he got, that should be about $330,000. So we will get what's left. So what's that? 420, is it? So we should get about 210 each. So we didn't really get much more. Like I said, we're only going to get 200, and you know, anything over 200 was bonus. So yeah, so the perfect house in Charlie is listed for 230. The reason why it's so perfect is it has a 5-bay shed in the backyard. Right, it's a 3-bedroom house. It needs a bit of reno, but it's like you could live in it without renovating it. Like, it's not bad, it's just ugly and it's old, you know. But the 5-bay shed is right, so that's the house. That is the house. The second I can, I'm making an offer on that house. Having a chat to Keely about this yesterday. But there are a couple others. The second on my list has, it's really nice. Oh, it's not really nice. It's I think it's got 4 bedrooms. It doesn't have a shed, but it's got like one of those big sort of carports, but it's on a slab, so the slab's already there to put a shed on. Oh, sorry, just eyeing off the cars. That was nice. I don't know what that was. Because, you know, a big expense in putting a shed in your backyard is a slab. So if there's an existing slab, then the shed costs less. So that one's a good possibility. So that's my second, and then there's 2 others that are less than ideal, but I have 4 on my list. I did have 5, but the 5th one, which was at the bottom of the list anyway, because it was actually $250,000. It would have been perfect in that it had a bed, like it's not 2-story, but it's like up high enough that it's got a room and a bathroom downstairs. So Curtis could have literally lived downstairs. It's like the house out at Iluka, kind of. And then upstairs, I could have had all upstairs. Like, we would have put a little kitchenette in downstairs and stuff. Oh, Tesla. Oh, probably shouldn't be talking about Teslas anymore, eh? I play Tesla bingo, and I now Swifty bingo. Anyway, so it's now under offer, so that's kind of good, because that was on the bottom of my list anyway. At least it's not the ones that are on the top of my list. But I've just noticed how, like, the houses in Charlie, they just, like, because the market's getting better at the moment, things are selling, and it's quite cheap there. Like, it's an established town, and the houses are cheap. And, you know, I mean, they don't get a lot in rental. So I think $250 for a house to rent up there. But for an investor, if they've got 2 or 3 houses, that's income, isn't it? So yeah, it's me turn off. Well, that came about quick. Holy shit. I don't know, I've been talking for a while. How long have we been talking for? 24 minutes? Yeah, because I have. So yeah, so I'm feeling quite friggin' awesome at the moment, I must admit. I mean, very little can go wrong now. I'm not trying to jinx it, but, you know, she rang the real estate yesterday. Oh, what the fuck are you doing? That's a stupid place to pull up. Oh, on his phone. That's what's happening. Yeah, she rang the real estate yesterday. She had him, like, we only sort of, like, accepted the offer last week on, what did I say, Wednesday? She rang my real estate this morning to find out when yesterday it was, to see when we were signing the contracts, because she's keen to get it moving. So so she's keen. So hopefully it'll all be done and dusted very, very soon. But I mean, I've gone from thinking the absolute worst to not thinking the absolute worst. I'm not thinking the absolute best yet. I'll be thinking the absolute best when I don't know when. When will I be thinking the absolute best? When some money starts turning up in my account, I guess. She paid the deposit straight away. Like she paid the deposit on Friday, I think. It was either Friday afternoon or Tuesday morning, because we just had the long weekend, so nothing happened on Monday. Maybe she rang up the real estate after her deposit went in, because he said, she's paid the deposit in full, and I was like, well, why wouldn't she have paid it in full? Like, you don't part payment and deposit as far as I know. But so oh, beautiful non-busy roads, always handy dandy. Oh, this car, it's a car that you don't drive, like you don't make the revs high. It doesn't like it. Well, there's also the police. It's okay, I wasn't speeding. So I don't know. I'm just, I don't know, just super happy, super excited, slightly terrified. I do feel like a weight has been lifted. And I have different hair. It's only because I had a beanie on yesterday because it was so cold and it squished my hair. But I've had like 3 compliments this morning about my hair. Oh, have you changed your hair? I'm like, no, it's just fucking flat. So maybe I should wear it like this. I don't know. I haven't shaved it because it's winter and my head gets freezing enough with this much hair. Oh dear. I'm just a bit, I don't know. I'm just, well, the probate hasn't come through yet either, which is another scary thing. Like, I've been watching, because they're so far behind, they're going through the files from 2 weeks before when I filed, and every week that advances a week. So in 2 weeks, our probate should be seen and hopefully just go through. Like, it's not a complicated will at all. So I don't see how it will be a problem. As far as I am aware, I have filled in all the paperwork correctly and lodged all of the correct paperwork. I don't know. I assume that they wouldn't have known if I need to lodge any more paperwork. Swifty. Anyone who sits in the car with me for more than 10 minutes gets really sick of that. I assume that they can't tell me if I need any extra paperwork before it gets seen. So hopefully in 2 weeks, I mean, it doesn't help that we've had like Easter and, it was just a long weekend for the King's birthday, and that still sounds so weird. I wonder how long before that doesn't sound weird anymore. I don't know. Like, how long has the Queen been not the Queen? Well, I mean, she was obviously. How long has the Queen been deceased? Is this only the second King's birthday, isn't it? I think. No, it just sounds weird. King's birthday. It's Queen's birthday. Anyway, it's neither one of their birthdays. It's just a weekend. It's just a long weekend we have in Australia, because we love long weekends in this country. We love a public holiday. So things are going well. I am sick to death of living with Curtis. Only that, I mean, he's good, don't get me wrong, but he eats a lot. He doesn't eat my food, he pays for his own food, but I mean, he just uses all the knives and forks and plates, and the dishwashing than it used to. Well, you know me, I have one meal a day, and so, you know, I was packing the dishwasher once a fortnight. Now it gets packed every 3 friggin' days, and he seems to think that we still take turns, except he's using all the fucking dishes, so he should be packing it all the time. But no, it'll just sit there. I imagine when I get home, the dishwasher will need packing. We try to out-stubborn each other. I usually give in. Sometimes I don't. But yeah, it's not that I'm sick of living with Curtis specifically. Am I actually in 5th gear? No, I'm in 5th gear. Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, not specifically. It's just I don't like living with someone at all. I really don't like it. Oh, so, and yeah, back to the house in Charlie. It's $230,000. They dropped the price 20 grand about, I don't know, a month ago. So I will make an offer for probably, I don't know, 198,000 or something silly like that, and see what happens. But I have found out that I can get a loan, a home loan, even though I'm on Centrelink disability, which I never knew I could. And I may do that, because if I have to use every single cent, which, I mean, I don't even think I can afford. If I bought a house for $200,000, I don't think I can afford, like, all the fees, like the conveyancing and all the other shit that comes with buying a house. I won't have any extra money, because I don't have any money. And the first thing I want to do moving into a house is to put solar in it, because in this country it's absolutely stupid to not have solar. Like, seriously, electricity bills, when they come in, they kill me. I hate them. You know, I mean, if it wasn't for all the government subsidies, my electricity bills are over $500 a quarter. What is it? Every 3 months? 3, 6, 9, 12. Yep. So a quarter. Yep. You know, and that's a lot of money to pay. And that is without the hot water. I have gas hot water, so when the hot water is actually run through the electricity, it's even more. So I want to get rid of that, and I want to have a battery. A 6 kilowatt system with a battery is going to cost about 10 grand. So that's an extra expense that I won't be able to afford if I don't get a loan. So my thinking is, if I can get a loan, I'll get a loan for $100,000, because I don't think I'll get more than that. I can afford to pay back $100,000 if it's over 30 years. If it's less than that, I may have to get less than that. That made no sense. If it's less amount of time, there's spat everywhere, then I might have to get less. But as it stands now, $100,000 is $285 a week, and I currently pay $410. I was in 5th gear, you dickhead. I currently pay $410 rent, so I can afford to pay $285 a week, assuming it's, you know, over 30 years. But I'm also 56, so I don't know if they will give me a 30-year loan. But anyway, I did book an appointment for them to ring me this morning at 8:15, 8:15, and I'm still waiting for that phone call, and it is now currently 12:28. So I don't think they're going to call me, and I'm a bit disappointed, because I was keen to find out. Like he said, I have spoken to them before, and they said, yeah, no, he said any bank will give you a loan. He said it won't be for like a full loan amount. Like, you won't be able to get, you know, $500,000 or anything. He said, but, you know, for $100,000, he said you won't have a problem getting that from the banks. So, because they treat disability pension like a wage, which I suppose makes sense. I'm not coming off disability anytime soon, unfortunately. I don't think my back is going to fix itself. So yeah, so I don't know about that at this point. If I can't get a loan for some reason, then that house will probably be out of the equation. I do have one of the houses on my list is 150,000. And the other thing is I also want to buy a car. So I want to buy a Swift or possibly a Vitara. Now that I've had a bigger car, I've never had a big car before. This is the biggest car I've ever had. I tend to hate on the SUVs, but I don't mind it. So a Vitara wouldn't suck. It's just a big Swift. Oh fuck, what did I go this way for? No, oh my god, this road. Fuck this road. It's so bad. Oh no. Oh, I don't know where the fucking holes are because there's shade. Oh god. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh. Alright, so I'm almost home. I talked the whole way. Of course I did. Look out, dickhead. Don't you be pulling out on the road. Alright, so yeah, so that's all my news. I have 4 soap videos there that I haven't edited. I made the soap 5 weeks ago. The soap is available on the website if anyone wants to buy some soap. There's a whole bunch of new shit on the website. The soap calc, for those of you that don't know, I have made a soap calculator. It's probably available, but it's not quite available. So I will make another video and let you know about that. There's a few things I want to tweak before I want to make it like super public. I have had some like long times. Oh my god. I have had some long time soapers test it for me. Oh god, I can't not look at the driveway whilst I'm driving up, but it's too fucked. You can watch the sky. Oh my god. Seriously. Oh. Alright, so yeah. I don't even know what I was saying. Yeah, the soap calc. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's got pretty much everything I want on it so far. Like I said, I've had some people look at it and they've sort of said, yeah, it's good, should be good for beginners and older users as well. Not older users, but you know, people who've been soaping for a long time. So yeah, there's a bit I want to tweak, like the printout and stuff. But apart from that, it's golden. So I'll announce that very, very soon. So I'm going to shut up now and go inside and have something to eat because I'm starving. And pat my cat, which is still here. We call him Tinkles because he had a tinkly bell on his collar, but the bell fell off. I've bought him 2 new collars with bells and they've disappeared, so I don't know how that's happened. But yeah, so anyway, I'll see you again soon. I'll keep you updated on what's going on and I'll try and get these videos out now that my headspace is less stressed. Look at my key. Look at my key. How cool is that? That's a key. I just slot that in the slot and pushed a button. That's how fancy this car is. It's so fucking fancy. I've never had a push button car before. It's so great. It's so great. Yeah, so yeah, I will, yeah, because my headspace is like the relief, just, you know, yeah, I might get to those videos. And I also want to make some more soap too, so I want to get onto that and maybe start packing. So although who knows if we're going to move anytime soon. Kurt seems quite reluctant to want to get his bail sorted, but if he doesn't, I will, because I'm ready to go. I want to get out of here. I want to buy a house and I want to go live in it. So, all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.